now, but she has many, many, many people in her organization, all in the top 100, all crushing it on their way to Fiji. And we share that with you because obviously she knows what's going on and she knows how to drive the line and how to rank advance, which is really the focus of our call tonight. But for those of you that don't know Jessica, I'm going to give you a little bit of her background and then literally tell you how we've been working together so closely for 7 years now. But Jessica was formerly in corporate America. She worked closely with network marketing companies. So she worked for a bank. She analyzed compensation plans. You know, it was literally, it's like the irony of the whole thing. Isagenix was her customer, but she wanted the product. She saw the transformation, used the products, loved the products, accidentally shared with a few friends. Janet Elo got a hold of her. And fast forward to today, I mean, she's an Isagenix millionaire. She has a team of over 30,000 and is literally just getting started. Jessica has been awarded every single year at our gala. She's had the Rising Star Award, always leader in action. She's won every single trip Isagenix has ever put out there. She's the third fastest growing team in the company. What? But my favorite part is just really the opportunity that Isagenix has given her. So Jessica has often shared a story how she was missing her kids' moments because she was commuting on red-eye flights from Philadelphia to California, and a nanny was raising her kids, and Isagenix brought her home. And not only did it bring her home to her biological and twin babies, but it also allowed them to be foster parents. They went on to adopt a baby that was a foster, which is now a full-on Rigner, and her story just like blows my mind. And she literally, you guys, does not have to be doing this business anymore. She would be set free with a multiple six-figure income, you know, for decades to come. But her heart of service, her leadership, her commitment to others is what continues to propel her forward. So Jessica, please pop out, and I would love for you to just share a little bit about your story. Like, let them actually hear from you, what you were doing, how Isagenix fell into your lap, and I get to shut up now.
Oh gosh, Lauren, the real factual thing of what she said there, the most factual thing is that she's one of my very, very best friends. And I'm so grateful. I would have never done this business. I certainly would have never done it to what we've kind of created here without her. There's no doubt about it. I remember every moment of our early build just to really just collaborate with her on everything. And I remember the day I was quitting my job and talking to her first, and she became my closest friends. And honestly, that's a gift that you'll get from Isagenix. Lean in and you'll have the community. There was a post today about how sometimes I look at my oldest daughter is 14. I look in her Instagram DM messages and she's 14. You know, you kind of expect to see things that are inappropriate and you want to pull them back. But instead, you know what I see? I see videos from Janet Elo, who mentored Lauren and I, encouraging her, motivational, spiritual, just things from our people from our team that see a story that she did that just cheer for her. And I'll tell you what, that is worth the price of admission. So I'm going to talk today about, you know, I'll tell you my story as we go through it for sure, but Lauren nailed it. Corporate America, treadmill that I never thought I'd get off ever. Is anybody here? Drop a 1 if this isn't your full-time job. If you work a full-time job besides Isagenix, let me just know who's on this call. So drop a 1 if you have a full-time job besides this. And a 2 if this is your full-time income. A 2 if it's your full-time income. All right. So we've got a lot of look at you, Michelle, Jenny, Christina, Ashley, Chris, Laura, Danielle. I mean, you've got a lot of super busy people. But here's what I know. And people know, you know, Laura mentioned my background in the industry. So there aren't a lot of things that I can talk to you about with confidence and certainty. I certainly won't talk nutrition like Lauren. I can read, I know Isagenix works, I can see it. You won't ever ask me to parallel park your SUV or bake you a cake, or you won't ask me to handwrite your wedding invitations. I don't have good handwriting. But here's what I will say. One thing that I know with confidence is network marketing trends, the industry, and compensation plans. I know what's happening because all those people that were on my team at Citibank, I still talk to those analysts. And I will say to you that right now, I'm going to start this call by just telling you, you are at the center of almost every micro macro trend in this country and frankly in this world. You think about it. When in the history of your lifetime has everybody been focused preemptively on their health? Health as one of the central topics of conversation. People, I don't know about you guys, if wherever you live, but here where I am in Pennsylvania, most people are trying to figure out how they can keep a job if they still have it while they homeschool or virtual school their children. People are looking for income from home. They're looking for ways to make money online. They're looking for an income stream that will defend their family. And so we have this incredible opportunity before us. And I'm going to talk to you about this Grow Week, because this is what our team is doing. And I could not be more excited, because in a binary compensation plan, the greatest compensation plan in this entire industry, all boats rise with the tide. So would you agree, Kimberly, Paula, would you agree that when you're running together with other people, it creates an energy and a momentum? And so let me talk about mechanics. You guys like things to do? People tell me, like, I don't know what to do. I'm going to tell you a couple things that we're doing that I'm so fired up about, because I am ridiculously passionate right now, especially like never before, about energy state and group visualization and goal commitment. So I'm going to talk about just what we're doing. So if you have a pen, I want you to just grab a pen. I want you to talk about just routine and habit changed my life. I am a hot mess express. If you ever followed me on social media, hot mess express. But when I developed a consistent daily routine that started every morning, changed my whole business and it changed my whole life. So the first thing that I have to do is I need to get in an energy state, especially right now, because I have major goals and I have a huge vision for our team. So the first thing that I do is I write down what I've said to you guys, and Laura's probably could like say this for me, but today I attract people who are. And I'm going to tell you, I want you to write down 3 things. I want you to write them down right now if you have a pen. 3 things. And I want you to think about people that have those qualities. So I write down almost always. People say to me, are they always the same? Sometimes they have the same words, but it is intentional. I'm thinking about people that I love who are influential. Influential means like Anna, like you. If you told me that blueberries were great deodorant, I'd run to the store and I'd say, I'm willing to try it. Natural deodorant, I've never considered it. I'm willing to try it. And I have a feeling you'd tell other people and there'd be a big run on blueberries. And I imagine that kind of person, that influential kind of person. Even if I write it down day after day, I'm still imagining it. So I write down 3 adjectives at least. So here's this morning, right? I literally do, guys, when I tell you I do it every day and it's not fancy, this is on a scrap of piece of paper that one of the kids had. It said, today, I am attracting people who are fired up by life, actively seeking to create change, influential, driven, coachable, have a get out of my way, I can do this attitude, are magnetic and joy filled. That's a lot more than 3. 3 is all you need for this exercise. I want you to do 3. Then I want you to write down, I am, and I want you to fill in each of those words that you had. Now, if a lot of people know that the book, Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting by Lynn Grabhorn, changed my whole life. What they say, I'll give you some of the cliff notes of what she says. But one of the things is I believe so much in the law of attraction, but the power where you amplify the law of attraction is holding emotion behind it. Visualization, holding emotion. So I want you to get in state and I want you to think about the qualities that you're attracting. And I want you to imagine those people flooding in. How does that feel? Does that feel amazing that people are flooding in, Michelle? You see the people that are your dream team, what they look like, what they sound like, what they do, them calling you up. I can hear it. Them calling you, Michelle, your phone's ringing because it's your number 1 person on your chicken list. And they want to know, can I do this with you? Did I miss the boat? And I want you to feel the emotion. And then when you read I am, and you're filling in those, I want you to feel amazing about yourself. Here's what I know about the world and what I've really learned from Lauren and from Janie Elo. One of the biggest things is when you push and say, I'm going for it. This is my Grow Week. I'm going for it. I am influential. I am joy-filled. The devil, all forces are going to work against you to fight back. But I want you to take this time to just say, I am. And even if you don't feel it, we're going to fake it right now. So I am, and those 3 things. So write that down. Then I want you to have a goal for this week. And I want you to write down I hope there are more than 1 goal. So I have a girl that she just sent me a message. She said, I enrolled 3 people this week. I've rank advanced 3 people, including a girl from an international team. And I've had the highest cycles of my whole week. So she's talking about these goals as if they've already happened. So one of the things that we've been doing Sunday nights at 9, and so I want you to write those things down, get into energy state. That's the time so I write down, literally, I'm saying I'm a magnet for money and success. Money magnetizes to me with ease. Money, what does it say? It says, amazing people are flooding into my business with ease. I am attracting the most amazing people. And I just say those things. And you know what? Don't just say them, feel them. Lynn Grabhorn, that book says lock in for 18 seconds. You have 18 seconds, I promise you. It's going to feel like a long time. 18 seconds is such a short amount of time. Feel the joy. It's going to be weird in the beginning, but I'll tell you, it's amazing. The other thing that we do as a family, we do a lot of group visualization. So you can see our vision board here that we made as a family. And so on there is my adopted daughter. She wants a new play set. My oldest daughter studied Greece in school. She wants to go to Greece. The twins want an outdoor area where there's like a TV. So there's all these things that we want to go to Fiji as a whole family. So there's all these things that we're dreaming about. And we literally talk about, oh my gosh, how awesome will it be to do these things and feel the emotion. I did a Facebook Live on my page last night about this. This is actual fact. And I want to just tell you guys this. So I've never had a really nice car. I had most recently a Honda Odyssey minivan. And it was goldfish encrusted. If anybody knows anything about having it was just disgusting. I wouldn't have picked Lauren up from the airport. I actually think I did, and I'm embarrassed about that. But it was just gross, right? So it was like something I really wanted was a nice car. It was time to be done with the minivan. I want a really nice car. So I use this guy. My husband and I have used this guy he calls himself a car concierge. You call him and you say, Eric, I want to get X, Y, and Z vehicle. I want tan leather, air conditioning. I want to have navigation and DVD player and whatever the options are that you're looking for, the exact car. And he goes and he finds it for you. Not only does he find it, he does all the negotiation, gets you the options that he tells you that you should have, and he drops it off at your house. You sign a paper and he leaves, and your car's now appeared. So it saves you a lot of time. You pay him, I don't know, $500, let's say. So I call him and I go, Eric, it's time. We're using you again. I want to get my dream car, a navy blue Cadillac Escalade. I want it certified pre-owned. I want it less than 20,000 miles. And this is the amount of money I want to pay. And he starts laughing. He goes, are you crazy? Number one, let's start with the obvious. Navy blue Escalades, there's just not a lot of places. I don't know how many of you guys have ever seen, but you can find tons of black ones. White ones, also prevalent. Navy blue, very difficult to find. Certainly not at that low mileage. And by the way, Kelley Blue Book, it doesn't add up. The numbers that you're giving me, that's ridiculous. Okay, so rework your numbers, call me back. Maybe you want to get into a different vehicle. So like, nope, that's what I want. And so I was living in New Jersey. He's in Pennsylvania, and he was just giving me a lot of friction about how, oh my gosh, you're in a different state. I'm never going to find this vehicle. So the kids and I are driving. Imagine Honda Odyssey, disgusting. We're in the car, all my kids plus my oldest daughter's best friend. And I said, you guys, this is no longer an Odyssey. This is a navy blue, pristine. Do you smell that leather? This is a navy blue Cadillac Escalade. I cannot believe the low mileage on this vehicle. I cannot believe the deal that we got. This is going to be awesome. You guys want to go for ice cream? We're pulling in for ice cream right now in this unbelievable vehicle. What a dream. And I was like, do you hear that sound? Do you hear Savage Love? Do you hear what that sounds like with these unbelievable speakers? This is why these cars are premium. Great speakers. So we're talking through this whole emotional state. And guys, I'm not joking you. In 24 hours, I get a call from Eric Bell, who's my car concierge. He goes, you're never going to believe this. I just got a call. Holman Cadillac in New Jersey has a navy blue Cadillac Escalade with 17,000 miles on it, and it must be priced wrong. They must have either gotten a low price at auction or they priced it wrong. How quickly can you get over there? With that week, I have that navy blue Escalade now. And people think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, there is some power to this. There's some incredible power. And I mean, I would love to do this exercise with you right now that we're doing with our team. Chris Marshall, this week, I cannot believe all the people that have flooded into your business. Have you guys seen in Dreamers in Action, all the new leaders that he's announcing? I don't know where you're finding these people, but they're your chicken list people calling you. And Carrie Andrews, what is going on, girl? Leader in Action, you just went straight up to the top. By the way, just so you know, Samantha, I think your phone is ringing. It's Jim Coover calling you on FaceTime. He never calls. If Jim's calling, it's major. It's usually Kathy, and it's a FaceTime. He wants to know what has turned around in your business. I'd love to know. And Paula, what's going on? You've had more enrollments this week, and you doubled the highest cycle week you've ever had. Maybe quadrupled it. I don't know. We've still got a couple days, but I'm seeing this unbelievable looking in your back office, and I can't believe it. Barbara, what is going on with you, girl? I love what you're up to, but I'm telling you, look in your back office. Look at these cycle weeks. They just keep going up and up and up. And the same thing is happening. And guys, I have to tell you, Get other people. Lauren and I did that on the phone the other day, and I was like, Lauren, this is what's happening. I can't believe Fiji. Jim and Kathy said they want to get us a stretch navigator to take us right from the airport, right to the hotel. We've won so many trips together. Here's another one, kangaroo riding later at 2. We're gonna have so much fun. And so I'll just tell you, there's power. Do you guys feel the energy of dreaming and imagining like that? Okay, and you're not just dreaming and imagining. Now we're gonna get into action because it's so important. And I will tell you that it's really very simple. As you're thinking tonight, I'm going to recommend that you just go to stream of consciousness, get your mind quiet. And I want you to remake a list. Who are the people that come to mind? And just start jotting down names, but get really quiet and say, like, give me the names that are people that I can bless with this system. And then I want you to start being a discovery person. A discovery is we're going to look for people everywhere who are crying out that they need what we have. I'm going to magnetize them straight into my trajectory. I'm going to open up the doors that need to be opened. And we're going to absolutely do that. And we're going to make a commitment that if normally, let's say that normally, Chris, you make a lot of connections. Let's say that just on an average day, let's say that you're making 5 connections every day, your 5 reach outs or some follow-ups. Guys, this is a grow week. So I'm going to challenge you to minimally triple that. You have 1 week to get super uncomfortable. But I believe this could be the biggest week you've ever had in Isagenix. And if you had the calendar in front of you that I've looked at, and Lauren has, that to see what's coming for this company, you would say right now, laying a foundation of massive groundwork is going to be the smartest thing you've ever done. I had a woman before this call started who has worked this, when I say part-time, I mean, she has barely dipped her little toe into the water. She just added that, and she's been with me probably 5 years, let's say. She's made over $60,000. And she was telling me, do you know what kind of job I had before, how hard I busted my butt to make a fraction of that? She's made over $60,000 and she's barely applied herself. Guys, you are not average or typical. What I know is that never before have people needed what we have more. Never before. We are in a world of such uncertainty. If all we offered them was this amazing community of people who clap for you, who authentically love you and want your success, if that's all we were offering them, that would be a humongous win. That would be massively desirable by every human. Have you been on Facebook lately? It's a negative, toxic, and horrifying environment. But you bring light. You bring a vehicle that could change their course of their life. Think about who talked to you about Isagenix. When you ever think about chickening out, think about that person saying, you know what? No, Danielle had too much. She has too much. She doesn't need this. Samantha, it's not for her. I'm not going to even bring it up to her. No way. I just can't. Kathy, I can't talk to you about it. And someone never opens their mouth to tell you about the blessing of Isagenix. And I don't know if I've ever told you guys the story. Some of you have probably heard it, but I'm from Pennsylvania, rural Pennsylvania. And here we have really good apple pie. Like you never even talked. If you don't ever come to the Berks County, Pennsylvania, I can't even talk to you about apple pie. But I worked in a restaurant called Cavada's Brinton Lodge when I was about 17 years old. And they were known for turtle apple pie. And that was a whole new thing. The woman who made it was named Edna. Edna was getting up there in years, and she would make this unbelievable turtle apple pie. People would start salivating for it when they walked in, but a lot of people just came for dinner. They didn't even know about this situation with the dessert. So I'm working there, I'm a waitress, and I come to your table and I say, all right, how was your dinner? You liked it? Awesome. How about a dessert menu? And you would say, I'm too full. I'm not going to have dessert tonight. Okay. You are about to miss Edna's turtle apple pie. You may never, Edna's no spring chicken. She's not going to be making this forever. I don't know if you're going to get another chance. Am I mad though? I'm not mad. I'm going to ask the next table, do you want dessert? I know what I have. You guys, we've got to start taking an energy of a waitress. You were never offended. Anybody here a waitress, raise your hand. If you were a server or waitress or a bartender, you asked somebody, do you want another drink? Do you want a dessert? And they said, no. Were you offended? Did you think it was about you? No, you ate too much, sucker. You're not going to have the turtle apple pie. That's your loss. I don't care. Come back another time and maybe you'll say yes. Maybe it'll be better timing. Just come for dessert. But that's what you have. Something I knew it was special. I knew people had never, I knew you might not ever get it again. But guess what? I'm not mad at you and you're not mad at me. It's nothing personal. But we've made Isagenix personal. When someone's not saying no to you, they're saying no to the season. They're saying no to themselves. They're saying no to a past experience. They're just saying no to this timing. They're not saying no. And I will tell you, Arna has been so successful because no one leaves her follow-up list unless you curse. If you curse, you get on the 6-month tickler. But if you don't leave the follow-up list, really ever, because you never know. The people who said no to you, let's say, Paul, I'm going to assume you've been involved more than 6 months. Is that true? Okay. Somebody said no to you 6 months. Yesterday, they found out they're being furloughed. They've never felt worse in their life. Stress is about to overwhelm them. Nothing fits. And they literally are staring into the great abyss of having no money. Somebody that you thought was the most powerful, untouchable chicken list, and they said no. Imagine if you don't follow up with them. It is mission critical. Let me tell you something. Everyone, if you ever have heard me tell my story, my husband still works as a high school principal. Now, there are certain jobs where you look at them and go, job security. Teachers, principals, pretty decent job security in any other economy, any other time in this history of the world. Except now, when those aren't even secure jobs, and anybody who has one is like, I don't want this one. I want to give me a different one. I'll play roulette with anybody else. And so right now, this is the time when we could hold back, pull back, say like, I'm going to ride out the suckiness of 2020, or we could fight back. And I've told my team, like, do I have your commitment that we're not going to mail it in on 2020 and go, oh my gosh, the murder hornets, the COVID, the quarantine, all the nonsense. Let's just ride this out and see if we can get better in 2021. Heck no, we got still make this year the best of the year. We can still change your cycles. We can still change the volume. The number of people that you impact could 10x. Why not you? And so that's why I can barely sleep. Last night, I didn't go to bed till almost 1 o'clock in the morning because I'm like, there are so many people who need this. Oh my gosh, people who tried this with me 5 or 6 years ago. If you didn't know the company in 2020, you never knew us at all. You don't know Isagenix. You don't know what cleansing is. You literally need to be reintroduced. And so I'm going back to all those people, any zeros in the back office, anyone who's terminated, they're getting a message from me going, are you ready? It's time to restart for me. Are you ready? Because if you knew us before, the company is completely revamped. I've never seen better results. I've never seen products that are more streamlined, that are more user-friendly. The time is now. Are you ready to go? Let's do this. You did it once. Let's go do it even better than ever before. So I'm going back, zeros and terminated accounts. Let's go. And I'm getting them ready for next week. You know, there's seasonals coming, right? I'm getting people ready. You order now, at least here in Pennsylvania, it comes in 2 days. And you'll be feeling real good. You go, whoa, we got something coming out. I'm going to grab some of that. And so we're getting people ready. Zeros. And then I'm going back and I'm saying, I'm going back and I'm looking at my list. Here's one list. Here's another list. So I'm looking at my list going, all right, who can we bless? You said no 3 months ago. You're a totally different person. Your circumstances have changed. People in this environment, guys, in 2020, they're changed from week to week, how they're feeling. I changed from hour to hour. I remember talking to Lauren, be like, you could talk to me any given minute and I feel differently about the situation. And so I just wanted to tell you guys that it's time to do the reach outs right now. It's time to energetically magnetize people into your business, because there is no reason that you couldn't 10x by the end of this year, that you couldn't qualify for Fiji, you couldn't come up the leaderboard and people go, who dat? What's going on with Samantha? She just chopped the leader charts. Watch out for Chris. Oh my gosh, Kathy, Amanda, Anna, Sherry, what in the ever loving? Here they come. Why not now? Why not you? There are so many people looking for what we have. And so I'll just tell you, energetic state combined with activity. It's been the magic combination. And so I'm going to people and I'm literally saying, it's time to go. This is the deepest discount that I've seen. Are you ready to go? Okay. So that's all, any prospect that's new, anybody that I can re-enroll and go, hey, listen, your account's terminated. We can re-enroll you brand new. And you can get one of the lowest prices I've seen in a really long time. Free shipping and 10% off. Let's go. Right now, like I just took an order, I'm holding it. I only do recommended carts, but I'm making an exception for today and tomorrow. I'll hold that order until Wednesday at 12:01. But I only do recommended carts, and I truly, truly, truly would urge you to do recommended carts only. Duplicates, busy people like I was would have looked at someone taking credit cards. I'm an exception probably because I did it a couple times, but most people nowadays, if they were seeing people taking credit cards, like, I don't think I can do that. Sending a link, or wait a second, I can send a link. So, but right now, the next 2 days, because it starts on a Wednesday, I'm writing down their order. I'm keeping it in a locked drawer right here next to me. Okay, so that's what I would do. Gather up all the orders, make a goal that stretches you so hugely. Declare where you're going. Put a 1 in front of the highest cycle week that you've ever had. So if you've had 8 cycles, it's 108. Or it's 18. If you've had 18 cycles, it's 118. People are rising to the top of this company that don't have your influence and network. So I would urge you to get out of your way because you deserve it. You've scratched the surface, only the surface of your potential. If you feel like you could do more, can you guys drop a 2 in the comments for me? If you feel like you have the capacity based on your influence, your network, your desire to do this, I'm seeing some good 2s here, guys. I agree. We can all do more. People go, oh, I don't have the time. Work smarter. So when you magnetize, look at all those 2s, woo woo on dreamers. That's what I'm talking about, guys, because honestly, can you imagine if in this grow week, we all go, let's go. I'm going to double. I'm going to quadruple my effort. I'm going to enroll more people than I've ever enrolled. I'm going to just handle more no's with such grace. Anyone who says no gets a great big smile from me, prepares me for yes from the next person. And honestly, you want people to say no when they're not ready. Because have you guys ever had some people that say yes when they are not ready? And it is terrible. Dragging them through the products, trying to get them to add 2. They don't know anyone. They're like in witness protection. They've literally forgotten everyone. They have amnesia. They've forgotten anyone they've ever known. You don't want people who aren't ready. Do you know what it feels like? Let's just imagine and talk about what it feels like to enroll someone who says, I watched every YouTube video by Lauren Sims. I saw her training. I saw Emily Vavra. I've watched the compensation plan 3 times from Lynn Hagedorn. I think they've made some updates. So I watched Eat and Slow, but I'm still not sure. There might be more money on the table from what I can see from the promotions flyers in the back office. By the way, what do you think? How fast do you think I can get to executive? I'd love it. And I have another friend who wants to go executive along with me. And my sister may be interested in making a zillion dollars and making massive, massive moves. Does that feel good? Can you guys even imagine what that feels like? Imagine it for yourself. Why not? People are going to come into this business and that's going to be their posture and attitude. They're going to drive you so fast that you're tired. You're going to come in sweating because you're like, this person wants it so badly. I'm going to run with them. They can only come in, guys, in almost every case if they know that you're open for business and you ask them. And we set them up for massive success. And so those are the things that I'm going to tell you. And Lauren, I'm going to take questions from you. But what I would just say is energetically, breathe it in. I remember saying to one of the biggest income earners on my team, when we made nothing, I said, we are going to the top of this company, get everyone you love. There was no reason to believe that. There was zero evidence of that at all. In fact, I worked a full-time job, had little kids, wasn't making really a lot of money. I think I might've been a manager. We were going to the top of this company, get everyone you love. We are seriously going to the moon. And honestly, the more I told her that, the more I told my husband that I said that, the more I said that to my mom, Mom, am I crazy? I told her we're going to the top of this company, get everyone you love. And she's going to. The more I said it out loud, the more I believed it. I got to tell you, more now than ever, I tell the kids, we're going to the top of this company. Not only are we going to the top of this company, we're going to Fiji as a family. We are going to redo this outdoor living space so we can watch the Eagles play and lose outside with a fire pit. We are going to do those things. It is going to be so fun. Dad can burn hot dogs in our new outdoor kitchen. It is going to be awesome. You guys are going to love it. I can smell it. I can feel it. It's chilly here in Philadelphia. I can feel it. And I will tell you, tell people what you're going to do. We've gotten the dreams beat out of us because the world's going to tell you they're not going to work out. You're going to tell you, why should you dream on that? You're not worthy. You don't deserve it. Guys, you have to fight back. If you do these exercises and you do them right, I want to tell you how you're going to know that you're doing them right. Because you're gonna feel great. When I meet with our team, 9 o'clock, I meet with I call it the Epic Experiment Group. It's some of our top leaders. And I meet with them at 9 o'clock on Sunday nights. And I literally go through and like, here's the list. I say, Ashley Chico, your husband just picked up your 1099. His eyes just dropped open. He cannot believe the income that you've earned. You actually replaced not only your income, but you've tripled it. And I just go through that and we group visualize together, right? And I say to them, it feels so good right now. Like thinking about that, thinking about just Kathy, you being in this state of unbelievable growth, and Jenny, you just like rising to the moon. It feels so good. And if you're doing it right, in 10 minutes, maybe tomorrow, you will feel so undeserving, unworthy. Every vulnerability inside you will be worked. You will hear every heck no. People say no. Somebody might even return. And you might just look at that and it will take you out at the knees because it feels so bad. Because here's why. Because when you're in that energetic state, you know how close you are to massive acceleration. But the forces that your body that wants to keep you in steady state, want to keep you the same, this protective nature inside all of us wants to fight you so hard because you're good enough right now. We're safe. It's happy. We're in a steady state. It's not stressful. You don't have to stay up late and miss sleep, wake up early, have the cortisol a little bit elevated. We're going to stay safe. And every force is going to come at you, your weakest points. But I have to tell you, if you're ready to grow, if you're ready for massive acceleration, you've got to commit to fight against it. Because I promise you, push through it. It's what I'm telling you. When I don't believe it, when I don't believe I am influential, and I'm like, I am influential. I say it and feel it until it becomes my reality. I promise you, you're creating your own reality. I said it in my Facebook Live last night. Have you guys ever known anyone who's so negative, toxic, poison? All they do is speak disaster and doubt and just misery into the world. And have you ever noticed that horrible things happen to them? They step in a puddle, their tires flat, they get in a fender bender, their boyfriend breaks up with them, their pants split, their cake burns. Like it's just on an endless loop of crap, right? Do you guys ever feel that? But were you ever around someone who just speaks life into the world, who just speaks joy into the world, who has an expectancy of amazing outcomes? If you're a believer, I am, but I pray and thank God in advance. I thank God for the people he'll drop into my life. I thank him in advance for the divine appointments. I thank him so much for all the blessings on our family. I thank him for the hedge of protection around my children before it happens. I live in expectancy of goodness. And even in the things that happen that suck, I'm training myself to look for the good. Thank goodness I was in a fender bender, because you know what? I could have been in a horrible accident down the road. If I would have been 5 minutes ahead, I could have been hit by a tractor trailer. Thank God for this fender bender. Thank you, God, for putting me in a position where I walked away safe. And so I just want to tell you guys that this is a week for the greatest expectancy on yourself. Prepare for the attack. Prepare for the attack and be ready. Are you going to push through? Carrie, are you going to push through? Are you going to absolutely, when that vulnerability works you, are you going to push through? And are you going to do this? All boats rise with the tide. I'm telling you, if Sherry's writing going, hey guys, I'm enrolling 6 people. I'm getting rank advancements out the wazoo. I'm thinking about going rank advancing myself all over again. Do you guys want to feel that energy and electrifying just momentum and activity with other people? It's everything. Laura's chasing you down. She wants to rock and roll. I want to feel that, but I want to go with her. There's nothing fun. There's nothing productive. And there's nothing that advances or accelerates your business when we live in comparison land. By the way, I remember telling Janny, I used to feel this debilitating insecurity about how she must look at Laura Stevens compared to me. I used to think I was such a disappointment to her. And do you know when I talked to Laura Stevens backstage one time, she said she used to feel similarly about me. You guys, you know how pointless and stupid, what a debilitating hold that had on my business, that comparison. It stole my joy. It certainly took all the people that might have been magnetizing into my business that I could have blessed, and it repelled them. You aren't on the same journey. Laura Stevens and I were in totally different places in the world. What in the world was I doing comparing? Janny wasn't thinking it, but in our heads, we have ourselves convinced other people are thinking about us. Other people are probably, the only thing they're probably thinking is, I wish I was like you. I wish I was like you. And honestly, I would tell you, bless other people. I listen to the Manifestation Babe podcast, and she has all these really good like things you can do to truly be in magnetic state. And one of the things is when you're walking past someone or you're driving past someone, pray a blessing on them. Literally think into them, I hope today is the best day they've ever had. I hope they get a phone call that makes them smile from ear to ear. And it's like old grandpa. And I'm like, old grandpa, I hope that your lady, I hope she takes you out dancing tonight. I hope you have a year you've never had before. You say, this was a banner year. That envelope in the mail, I hope it's just joy to you. And so that's what I just wish that on strangers. And guys, I got to tell you, do you guys agree? Drop a 4 in here if you think there's an energetic state that magnetizes people to you. Thank you, guys. There's a true energetic state, and we're going to it this week. This is our grow week. We're going to push. We're going to go to people and we're going to say, this is your time. So now, okay, so I talked to you about attracting the right people, new enrollments. We want volume wherever it can come from. New enrollments, terminated, zeros, volume. It's a grow week. We want to push. But let's talk about helping your people to share on their own. I want to first talk about motivation. There are a few reasons that people share. And some of you guys get stuck on your own motivation, and that's all you ever talk about, and a person doesn't care. So I will tell you, like the rebate didn't move the needle for me because I always think like that money's already spent. I'm good. Not going to move it. But there are some people who go, whoa, this stuff is almost for free and it's money back guarantee and it's almost for free. So some people put down number 1, people do care about the rebate amount. Number 2, some people really will run through a wall for recognition. They see what you're doing with shouting them out as a consultant. And honestly, right now in this miserable world, bosses don't appreciate you working from home. You don't really get a lot of that credibility, kudos. People love that we acknowledge them for hitting consultant. They think that's so cool. They want a graphic with their picture on it. Number 3, people are truly those selfless. I believe this could really help someone. So some people know my friend Denise Wiggins. Denise Wiggins is that person that she has an autoimmune condition and she had 2 friends that also suffered from the same thing. She was like, wow, this could really help my friends. They truly believe if there's a chance this could help people, they want to help. They're in it for impact. They're just people that are just driven by helping other people. And in that same note, one of the things that we really forget is that there are a lot of people who love you. They want to help you. So Jenny, when you're running for a rank advancement, one of the things that you could say to people who love you is, this would help me tremendously. I'm running for a huge goal. Don't discount how much other people, especially right now, where there's not a lot, we can't necessarily get together and hug people. We can't have big parties. This is a way that someone could help you that easily, help you, help their friends. Yeah, this is that easy. When you're talking to people, you want to really speak benefit. So for me, I will tell you the biggest thing for me, and I'm going to save this one for last because I think it's powerful. And it's what I always lead with if I don't know what might motivate you. 70% better results using our products when you do it with accountability partners. And that is fact. Who here started? If you started with 2 accountability partners, raise your hand. Did anybody start with a husband and a friend, a best friend and a neighbor? I did. I started with 5 girlfriends and my husband. And I will tell you, I had so much better results. And so this is what I might say. I might say, Kimberly, I'm super excited you're getting started. I know you told me some of your goals are you're going to slip into that pair of jeans in your closet. You're going to outlast the kids, and you're literally going to stay up late and watch that TV show that you love without falling asleep on the couch. You're going to feel amazing. But if you trust me to set you up for success, I'm going to tell you how to get 70% better results with these products. They're going to work great no matter what. They're going to blow your freaking mind with this advice. Who are the 2 people who will try this with you? If there was a bubble above my head with my words, it would say try in italics. Who are the 2 people that will try this with you and hold you accountable? And then I follow up with a real life example because we're human beings. We have visual minds. And I say, listen, it's just like going to the gym at 5 a.m. If I'm going alone, the alarm goes off around 4 something, I hit snooze. Inevitably, I don't want to get out of my cozy bed and go out into the cold and go work out at 4 something in the morning. But here's the deal. If you're meeting me there, I will be in the parking lot at 4:59 because I will hit snooze on myself, but I will show up for you. And sometimes I say to people, you will do better when it's your idea. When it's your idea, you have a whole different level of compliance. Trust me. And I say to them, it's money back guarantee. So you can do it with friends who will try it with you. If I knew you, I'd say, what about your mom? Your mom has been talking about wanting to do this. How about your coworker, Susie? I met at happy hour. How about Joe? Will Joe try it? Give people names, because honestly, when we ask them, who do you know? It's like asking me, like, what pair of socks are you going to wear on Tuesday? Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even think. I'm thinking, do I know anyone? I must know people, and I can't think of any person. But if you just give them some suggestions, how about the girl you work out at the gym? How about the girls you have coffee with? How about the people who are in your office? Aren't people talking about how exhausted they are? Yeah, awesome. Would you pop out some text? I'll give you an example of what I'd send. And then I give them an example. Here's 2 different texts. One is, if you think there's people that would be awesome at sharing this and would be in this current environment, extremely excited about the money. And I'll send to Lauren some examples of what I send to people. But I say, here's 2 types of text for the business, for the products. Here you go. And so I asked them, would you post? I'll give you a sample of a post. And the post is going to say something like, hey, I've watched my friend Lauren Sims have unbelievable results with this nutrition. I'm decided I've had enough of being sick and tired. I'm going to jump in, and I'd love people to try it with me and hold me accountable. The results are insane, and it's money back guarantee. Anybody interested? And so would you post? And people are looking for things. And so that's how I'm helping people share. I'm going back to people who've said no to sharing, and I'm sending them a screenshot of their back office and going, do you know there's 14 people under you and you've never added anyone? I know that's crazy. Here's a picture of the square that shows how many members are in your downline. You're sitting on a gold mine, my friend. I don't know if you're interested in this, but here's what it would take to open it up. Sharing with 2 people. People have seen your results. I'm going back to it. I'm saying, how do you look? Are people noticing? I know you don't see as many people right now, but are people noticing and that live under your roof? Are you noticing? And then I ask them, because when people are starting to notice results, guys, they start getting even more excited. But a lot of times we stop asking them about who they're going to add after they've said no originally. No one wants to do that in the beginning. They don't know what they don't know. Once they start feeling amazing, they're like, everyone needs to know about this. But a lot of people won't do it on their own because they don't know how. Mostly they don't know what to do. Go back to them and ask them. Don't you think there's so many people that would love this? Isn't it amazing? I know you were so skeptical. Haven't you become the biggest believer? And so this is our grow or push week. Whatever feels comfortable. Some people feel friction when they think about it being a push week. Think about a grow. Think about a this is I will kick ass week, like never before week. That's the kind of week it is. We want volume from everywhere. Maybe you want to start rebating. I mean, let's be honest, this call is recorded, so don't send it to Kathy. But there was a time when we openly talked about sharing back consultant bonuses. You had 2 people this week. I'm going to give you back 50 of my $100 consultant bonus. I'm going to give it all to you. Throwing caution to the wind. You're going to bring on 2 people on value packs. I'm going to give you back $100. There's math that suggests that's a good idea, especially if you're running for a rank advancement. We just mapped out for a girl, and I just want to tell you guys, because I think people misunderstand the amount of money that's on the table. But I just took this notebook out of here, but I mapped out for her $7,190 for her second month. So go, how? What in the world? So she's a manager currently. She can hit director and she can max out both pools, both the manager pool, $1,000, the director pool, $2,500, just $3,500. She can hit director and executive, $1,750, and she can have another 8 consultants, right? Or she can have another, really technically 4 consultants to get to director. So do you guys see how, and then the 5 cycle bonus, she can hit it twice, $7,190 in your second month. And that is just committing that we are going to grow. We are going to together rise this ship. And I think it's so powerful because you're in the right place at the right time. You're not in a company selling lipstick that, I'm sorry, but I haven't put lipstick on in I don't know how many weeks because I have a mask on. You don't even see it. So we're not selling a product that people don't need. We're selling a product that people desperately need. People are looking for. Some people don't know it's what they're seeking. They're searching. I don't care what the product is that you insert product here. Is it stress relief? Is it weight loss? Is it sleep? Is it energy? Is it community? Don't discount what you have. You have something that right now is invaluable to people. They're looking around and they're just seeing division and uncertainty and fear, and you're offering hope and opportunity. And don't discount that. That is huge. So guys, if there's any questions, I certainly can answer them, but I'll just tell you, I have never been more excited about growing as a company. You know, I've talked to Kathy about where we're going. She's never been more excited. We're just coming off this excellent Isagenix Academy. You've got NYKO coming up. You've got so many promotions on the holiday dash bonus. I'll tell you the number one thing, if I was going to be growing, not just this week, but in the future, when I tell you that this is with me all the time, and I collect them from other people because it means everything right now. It's how we get paid in manager and director pools. This is how you get paid. This. How do you make money in holiday dash? Also this. How do you go to Fiji? This. It is everything. But before it was all of those things, it was, you want to know why your cycles aren't where you want them to be? Show this to Lauren and go over it with her. And you're going to look and you go, I know why. I don't even need to ask you. Here's the area for my focus. Here's the area. I need to rank advance my people like it's my job. I need to show people that I'm enrolling how to enroll too. I need to make it my standard. Guys, write that down, to make it a standard for what you want in your business. It's a standard. My standard when I started, the reason we grew so quickly is because everyone who came on had 2 people. I have a great friend, one of my greatest friends. She thought it was a requirement. She thought she couldn't enroll until she had her 2. She literally was like, I want to do it. I'll call you back. I think I have 1. I'll call you back when I have my 2nd. She thought it was a requirement because it was a standard. Guess what? It was a requirement. It grew us so quickly. And when I made it a standard, guess what everybody else did? They made it a standard. We grew so fast. I can't even describe it to you. And then eventually get away from your own standards, right? And then I look at my business and go, what's different? I look at this and I go, what's different? Back in the day, I brought on everybody with 2. So the number of the 2 PET enrollment would have been through the absolute roof. Now I just got to go back and remind myself, that's my standard. It's your standard because you want to grow. It's way easier to enroll. I like enrolling 3 people, not 1. Isn't that better math, right? If every person comes on with 3, I like that math. Why would I want to enroll you 1-to-1 and then you don't get your money back? You don't get as good a results. You're calling me asking if you can chew gum on a cleanse day. You call your friends, call your 2 accountability partners. You guys do it together. You're going to have better results. And by the way, by day 5, when you get your $300 or your $500, you're going to be like, well, I'm going to tell everybody how good I feel. Because money is a great motivator when it's that kind of dough. 300 large, 500 large. Come on. People want to tell other people. That's not small amounts of money. And so I'm just going to tell you this week, if you're with me, energetically, we're going to go to a whole other level. We're going to declare where we're going and we're going to feel it. Lock in for 18 seconds. Challenge every force that tries to hold you back. It's lies. I promise you, it's lies. If you told it to someone else, they would laugh at the suggestion of all this negative self-talk that tries to convince us it's lies. What you're going to tell is you're going to talk to your mind and tell your mind, this is what we think. This is who we are. And this is who we attract. I'm going to feel that. I'm going to watch the people coming. And when you talk to your friends, you're going to say, Laurie, what the hell? Your week was beyond amazing. You are amazing. The people dropping into your business, the people that want to rank advance, I can't even believe it. Sherry, you're phenomenal. The growth you've had this week, you 10x'd it. Chris, the highest cycles you've ever seen in your business. You didn't even imagine cycles like this. Speak that into each other. Speak it in, because when more than one person holds a vision like that, holds the feeling and emotion and speaks it into you, there's power in that. Then you're going to do the action. You're going to get into action, get out of your way and go, listen, if I did 5 messages, I'm going to commit. I'm going to double or quadruple that. I'm going to go higher because it's a grow week. This isn't a marathon. This is just a real sprint to get to the end of this week. And then you're going to tell your people, we're going to share, we're going to grow. We're going to share the message, spread the word. It's Grow Week, friends. All my downline. Do you want to go? Do you want to grow with me? I know you were a no 30 days ago, 60 days ago, but things might have changed. Do you want to grow with me? There's 14 people in your downline. You've never added a single soul. You're sitting on a gold mine. Would you be open to growing with us? Because we are on a fast track to the top of this company, and I'd love you to come. Speak into being where you're going. Expectancy. Be thankful and grateful for unbelievable blessings that are going to flow to you this week and the people. Combine the energy and the activity, and I really, truly believe magic will happen. And more than anything, I believe you deserve it. Thank you, Lauren, for having me.
Oh, you're amazing. I have no announcements for you guys right now. We're just gonna like all ride with that. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna unmute because I want them to all like just pour love into you because that was amazing. You guys unmute. I'm trying to figure it out. Just unmute and tell
You're
Jessica thank you
amazing,
and you love
Jess.
her.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jess.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Let's
That's
go
awesome.
together.
We
Let's
love you
take
so
off.
much, Jess.
Thank you.
Keep me
Thank you.
posted, guys. Let's do this.
That sounded like Denise. I don't know. Bye, you guys. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for being on here. I love you all.